So let's see. We're live. Hello, everybody. Yay. We had a little bit of a technical moment this morning, but we're live now. And how amazing it is to be live during this period of time. And for those of you who don't know what's going on right now, we're going to share.
Yes.
We're going to talk about new moon of Leo. And Leo is what? Leo is all about self-love. Leo is all about leading people. Leo is all about like looking good and so many like good things that are all around accepting yourself and loving yourself. And there are also some negative sides. So welcome, Michael Ocher.
Hello.
Michael, who, for those of you who don't know Michael, he is a spiritual teacher, a Kabbalah teacher. He's a Theta healer. And he's just an amazing person to be around and just soak up the energy. Because next to Michael, you want to be a little bit better. And those are the type of people we want to connect with as much as possible. So welcome.
Thank you.
And please take us through what is happening in the universe and what is the consciousness for this week.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Julia. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Whoever's joining us. It's an honor and a big merit to be here. How does it get any better? What else is possible? How can we have fun today? How can we have fun on this broadcast? How can we enjoy and enrich ourselves and receive more from what the universe wants to give us and be better and greater versions of ourselves? So we always want to be asking ourselves questions, so like Julia mentioned, this is a very strong, powerful time that we are in. And what the ancient wisdom of Kabbalah teaches is that this time is called the 3 weeks or Ben HaMetzarim. And they are called 3 weeks. It's in the months of the two very strong and powerful emotional signs of Cancer and the month of Leo. And we are very close to the beginning of a new lunar cycle, the beginning of the month of Leo. In Aramaic and in Kabbalistic terms, it's called the month of Av or Menachem Av. And what is Leo? Who are Leos? Why should we know about it? What difference does it make to us? Like, why should anyone study this? Before I studied Kabbalah, I paid very little attention to astrology. It really did not make so much of importance in my life, besides, like the newspaper, small glimpse of what's going to happen to a Gemini, right, or something. And that's about it. And then only when I started studying wisdom Kabbalah, I realized it's much deeper, much richer, and it can be actually used to know how to live a better life, how to have a better experience in your everyday. And the month of Leo it's a very beautiful, magnanimous sign. It's connected and ruled by the sun, who is at all time peak, probably in the northern hemisphere, and it's shining very strong on us now. Providing a lot of heat, a lot of sunlight, and we all are going to enter. We're all in this time now. We're all in this interesting, beautiful, inspiring time now. And what is the time teaching us? What is it helping us face? One of the things it's called a time of what is called the judgment. And what is judgment? What are judgments? What are, times of judgments? Why would we want to know about it? We don't want to connect to it, right? But time of judgment doesn't mean that we're going to be connecting to it. It's more of a warning for us, meaning something that we can go through. And this time is very much, if you feel it, there's a lot of intensity. There's a lot of, you can say like black and white energy, very yes and no, right and wrong, good and bad. People might feel a little bit more intense than they normally do. And what can we do about it? Well, Kabbalistically, there's no such thing as good and bad. There's no such thing as right and wrong. There is good and better. There is only good. And what Kabbalah teaches us is to connect to this incredible realm called the tree of life. And the tree of life, it's something beyond physical, because we all are very much connected to and relying to our five senses to tell us of what's happening around us, what's happening in the world in general, to tell us what's going on. And if you want to know the truth, the five senses are not always right. They actually, most of the time, provide us with illusion. And right now, the five senses are very strongly influenced by the illusionary reality. And it's a little bit more of an effort on our side to be connected to what's internal, to what's inside, to what's true. And the five senses are kind of like flashing right now, telling you this is bad, this is wrong, blame this person, this, that. There's a lot of this energy that just broadcasting into the universe to kind of point the finger at something outside of us. However, the month of Leo has a very beautiful teaching, and we use the Hebrew letters, right? If you don't know, but we in Kabbalah we use the Aleph Bet, which are ancient letters connecting us to the truth of the world. And it says the letter that connects us to the sign of Leo is a very interesting and beautiful letter. It's phonetically pronounced as Det. And visually, it's very interesting. It's almost like a circle. However, it's a broken circle that points inward. And the secret of the whole month, and actually this time also, is in that letter. Because the more you point outside to my fulfillment, my happiness, my life, my situations, my health, my relationships, my finances are based on something from the outside, the less power I have over it. I'm giving away energy from my consciousness to something outside to control it. And the more I understand that everything that does happen is originating from within me, the more I can project and actually change that reality for myself. So think about it. Any situation in your life right now, anything that's happening, anything and everything actually, there's no limits to that. It doesn't go like to some things and there's exceptions. Everything in your life is based on your consciousness within. And the more I accept it, the more I celebrate it actually. That it's all from me. It's all coming from within me, and it's actually serving me in some way. The more ability to transform and change and have a better life I'm going to have. So it's a little bit of an effort. That's what a spiritual person is actually. A spiritual person, a spiritual human being, is someone who takes away the power from the outside world over my life and regaining the control, reclaiming the control. How can we do that? How can we reclaim the ownership of our life, the ownership of our relationship, health, finances, enlightenment, our spiritual being? How can we reclaim all of that back to ourselves? One simple reason is obviously the study of spirituality. That's essential. If you want to live a happier life, scientists are coming to it more, psychologists, you need to have a mindful life. Study of spirituality is essential to your happiness. If you don't study spirituality, consciousness, mindfulness, meditation, etc., your ability to be happy is going to be lowered. Sadly, it doesn't matter what you drive. It doesn't matter if you have a Rolls Royce in your parking lot or if you own 10 houses and etc. That will make, sadly, no difference at all in your state of happiness. What will make you happy is the inward, is the study of the self, a study of spirituality. And there's many things we can talk about, obviously, about spirituality and inwardness. One of the main ones that we want to touch upon is actually your relationship with yourself. So Leos are very high achievers. There's two kinds of Leos. Some are just like the animal. It's very interesting. Some are lazy kind of and can just literally do not so much under the sun and just stay in the shade and relax. And there's other ones who are go-getters, who are workers, who are manifestors, who just go and get and do things. And they're very artistic also, a very artistic side, very artistic mind. They love to produce. And they're just like the sun. When you look at the sun, it's all giving. It's constantly giving, constantly broadcasting, constantly sharing, constantly giving off of itself, right? So that's how the sign is also. It loves to produce. It's a very high energy sign, very high motivation, a lot of potential. They are incredibly loving and romantic. It's a very romantic sign. It's a very passionate sign. There's so much passion and desire. And they're really a very special sign to be around. My teacher, my late teacher, Rob Burke, is a Leo, and he was a great example of that. You would walk into a room and you would feel the energy change, like almost as a light turned on in the room. And that means we will all become like that a little bit. Our creativity will go up, our desire will grow up, our this magnanimousness will go up. It's just like broadcasting this. What are the pitfalls? Now, one of the main reasons why they are such hard workers a lot of times is because of lack of self-love. And if you're coming from that, yes, you might be very successful, and success is in general a very interesting term. To define success is very interesting, right? What is really success or successful human being? Is it the amount of money you have? Is it the relationship you're in? Is it what you've accomplished, what you grew, what you made? It's an interesting question, something that we all want to ask. What is really success for us? Is it anything that has to do with physicality? Is it all? Maybe it all has to do with physicality. Maybe it all has to do with something that you achieve spiritually. Again, it's a question. You should ask yourself, what is truly success? What is true success? But what Leos tend to do is they all overproduce, overachieve because of lack of self-love. And that's what we want to avoid. We want to stay away from any feeling that I'm missing something, that I need approval from the outside. They love to be on a stage, and that can be a metaphor, literally on a stage, or to be seen in front of people and to be seen as somebody who is great. But they do that in order to understand, to prove to themselves that they're great. And that's kind of like a loophole, because if you're relying on something outside of you to prove that you are great, that's not really a way to be successfully great. You're just trying to fit into somebody else's mold, trying to fit into what other people define as success, trying to fit into what society has made as success, trying to fit into what anybody who outside of you determine what success is. And that's where it all comes back to going inward and seeing what is really success. There's no same definition for two people. And it changes from time to time. And you can ask yourself every single day, what is success for me today? What will make me great today? How can I be great today? What will it be? What will it take for me to be at my fully greatest self today? And ideally, you don't want to go from the end to the beginning, which is like working really hard and then achieving self-love. You want to achieve self-love and work really hard and achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. That's actually the best way to achieve anything in your life. Now, how does a person achieve self-love? Choosing it. That's one. Choosing it. That I am choosing to love myself. I am choosing to appreciate myself. Because love and appreciation are really two interesting things. A million people and a million definitions of love. What is love? I feel like when we say the word, you can get a little bit lost. You look at outside. What is love from movies, from books, from tales that we learn? What is truly love? Again, a different definition for every single human being on this planet. Appreciation is a little bit easier to define. When you appreciate yourself, when you appreciate everything that you've done, appreciate everything that you've accomplished, that's a more beautiful state that we can all feel, right? When you appreciate yourself, that is something priceless. That's not something that can be, mimicked by anything. Wow, how great is it? How amazing is it to really appreciate yourself, to really feel your worthiness, to feel that you are worthy of everything, and which you really are, every single one of us. So Leo this month is a lot about love. It's a lot about self-love and self-appreciation and really appreciating everything. And if you practice appreciating in your life on a daily basis more than complaining, than being a victim, than being the effect of your life, etc., your life will be so much better. And actually, science teaches us that appreciation is the key to happiness. The more you're going to appreciate things in your life, about yourself, the more happiness you're going to feel all around you. That is the true happiness. Happiness is not what you achieved on the paper, not what you achieved in your bank account, not even relationships. A lot of people have great relationships and amazing families and etc., and they don't necessarily feel great. Why? Because it's not a definition. But if you appreciate it, it will always be better. Now, Leos also, as a sign, just as a warning, they actually have a little bit of a handicap in relationships. The sign is actually not very naturally emotionally intelligent in one-on-one relationships. They actually lack that ability. So what does that mean? Does that mean that, oh, that's it, if you're Leo, you're meant not to have a great relationship? If you want to think that, go ahead, that's a decision for you. In reality, that's not what it means. It means that your potential, your ability to have a great relationship is actually higher, and you can choose that. You can choose one of the two. It's choice. You can choose. Every single one of us can take all of our relationships, in close relationships, relationship with ourselves, relationship with the universe, to its next level, because the amount of appreciation and unconditional love you can experience in this upcoming month is greater than almost any other month. Because Leo by nature is not necessarily very unconditional, actually pretty conditional. It's a left column sign, it's a fire of fire. It's all about desire, all about me, all about I want to achieve, I want to accomplish, etc. So it's not necessarily the most unconditional sign. That means if something is, we as Kabbalists, we don't look at something as like, oh, if this is the sign, if it, like Taurus, for example, doesn't like change, technically, right? So if that's what we accept, let's say Taurus doesn't like change, we do the opposite. We do change in that month more than in any other month. So same thing in the month of Leo. We want to set our intention, our goal, that wow, all my relationships are going to be so much better. I'm going to be more unconditional with myself, more unconditional with other people. Why? Because it serves me. That's what's true to me. When you're unconditional, you will be happier. That's why you want to do it. In your relationship, in everything, etc. Now, again, Leos are a little bit of a handicap in relationships. Sadly, even though they look so great all the time, they love looking great. They're the sun, they love to look good, they love to project this looking good and looking great, like everything is amazing. And one of the things, another handicap they have is they love saving the world, they love helping everyone. Oh, let me tell you how to solve your problems. Let me tell you, oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z in order to solve your problems. You didn't ask for help? Sorry, Leo is coming to the rescue. That's their kind of motto. They're like, I'm gonna save everyone. I know how to help you with your health. I know how to help you with your weight. I know how to help you with your relationship. I know how to help you in your business. They're the solvers, the problem solvers. One thing that you also want to remember is to ask for help. Is we do so much better when we are in partnerships. You're always in partnerships with people in everything. Doesn't matter how much you accept it. Always in partnerships with people, in relationships, in business, etc. It's all about partnerships. And you do much better in partnerships when you ask for help. When you say, okay, how can I be better? How can you help me? How can I receive from you? Right? That's another essential thing that we want to remember. How can I receive from another human being? Right? Not just be in a state of like, oh, I just need to, give and give and give. So again, the tips for this month is a lot about relationships, a lot about love, a lot about self-love, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, and staying away from consciousness of lack, of like, oh, I don't have enough, I need to prove to people. And the staying away, it's not necessarily staying away, just be more conscious of it. Just be more conscious and realize, okay, what's happening to me right now? Am I being truthful to myself, or am I just trying to prove how great I am to other people? And does that really serve you? Is that gonna make you happy in the long term if you prove to other people how great you are? you can continue to try, but trust me, it will not. It's not going to bring you any happiness. So those are some tips. We're going to have more in probably 2-3 weeks when, the process, it's really beautiful. The Kabbalistic month, it starts with a new moon, which is the ability to set our intentions, to plant the intentions. So those are the intentions we want to plant. And then it's going to keep growing until we reach the full moon, when it comes to total fruition. And when the moon will be in a sign of Aquarius, on the full moon, it's Kabbalistic Day of Love, Day of Valentine's Day for Kabbalists. And when we're going to be in a totally unconditional love, just like love for others, love for everyone else. So it's going to be a beautiful balance. And it's a journey that we're all in. And it's kind of like you want to be curious and interested. Oh, what's going to happen? What is this journey going to bring me? What this month will bring me. It's something totally new, different every time. So those are some tips from the Kabbalists. And Julia, let's see, do you want to add anything or?
Yes, I do. I love Leos. I think the beauty of Leos is their generosity. And generosity gives birth to abundance. So when you're in space of mind of being generous with your space, your feelings, and feelings like meaning not like we said that they have some pitfalls, Leos has some pitfalls about receiving help and expressing their true feelings, but they're very generous with feeling for other people in a way, like offering help, right? So there's abundance of that. And so that bigness of Leos is a beautiful energy to plug into. And what I want to say is to be generous about compliments. Like if you like something about a person, don't be stingy about giving them a compliment. Sometimes it's really good. You never know. You might make somebody's day by giving a compliment. And Leos love compliments. So and it's not about like not saying the truth. But if you want to find a language that Leos speak, look what's good about them and bring it up. It will create an opening for sure. And it will make everybody feel good. So it's like a nice way to align the energy by giving person a compliment, but again, not pretending something, being honest, but bringing something in person that is good about them. And the same goes for you. The moment you judge yourself, please take a look what's good about you and try to work with that instead of trying to do something that you're not good at, for example. Try to work with what you're already good at. That's a gift. It's given to you for a reason. So I think that energy is available during this time, even in the bigger scale. And it is something for us to learn from Leos. That's what I wanted to share today.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Always, it's also how you stay away from judgment, is to stay to the positive, to play the positive, and to be in a state of, and definitely you're so right about Leos loving compliments and loving hearing good things about them. They need that. They very much, and we all do. We all do. You all feel better when somebody shows you a sign of appreciation and love. So.
What's interesting is we all do, but not everyone is able to receive it. I was working on it for a very long time to be able to just be quiet and accept when something is giving me a compliment, is saying something positive about my work. So instead of dismissing it a little bit or making it smaller by saying, anybody can do that, take it in. Not everybody can do what you do. You're unique and you're special. And it all seeds at self-love and self-worth and accepting yourself,
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. And my mantra for this month, and if anyone wants to borrow it, be my guest. Love more, judge less. Or judge less, love more. However you like it.
Love it. Love it. Beautiful.
Michael, do we have a moment for a meditation?
Definitely.
To download some love
Yes.
and experience of love and self-worth?
Definition of love. What is love?
Unconditional love, accepting, seeing ourselves from the perspective of the Creator. Thank you.
So, our meditation, time to again be more inward, to have less of the thinking process, relying on our five senses and being more internal, connected to our heart, connected to our emotional brain, which is the heart. So we want to first meditate to be in our heart. And then you want to send your consciousness to the middle of the earth. The middle of the earth is full of energy. There's so much energy in the middle of the earth, so much light. You want to meditate and pull this light, this energy from the center of the earth and feel it come through your entire body, from your feet, your ankles, your knees, your thighs, your abdomen, your chest, your hand, your arms, your hands, your neck, and your head. And it pops on top of your head and forms a beautiful ball of light above your head. And if you want to meditate and imagine is that you are in that ball of light. And we want to send this ball of light above our body, above the building you're in, traveling above our planet and going through the entire solar system to the edge of the solar system. And going through the edge of the system and through the edge of the solar system and going through layers of lights. And it progressively becomes brighter and brighter. We come to a very bright layer of light. And then we go to a golden, soothing, warm, relaxing light. And then we go to a jello-like substance. And we keep ascending higher. We see an opening where beautiful iridescent light is coming from. We approach this opening, go through it, and enter the beautiful iridescent, tingling light of the Creator. Pearl-like energy, and you want to ascend higher and higher into space. And also want to visualize our ball of light melts and becomes one with this energy. And here we can ask some questions. We can be in a more open state to receive downloads, to receive emotions, to receive feelings, to receive consciousness. How does it get any better? What else is possible? If you want to know, you want to experience and start living your life with Creator's unconditional love, being your guide, being your conduit, coming from unconditional love, channeling unconditional love, say yes. If you want to know more what it means and what it feels like, that you're living your life with appreciation of yourself, self-appreciation, self-acknowledgement, self-love, say yes. And we know that Leos are very playful, they're very fun-loving. And however, they also like to have some drama sometimes. But what will it take for our life to be dramaless? To be without drama, to be without dramatic situations, occurrences, thoughts, and processes? What would it take? If you want that download to know what it means and what it feels like to live your life without drama, about the ups and downs of emotions. Say yes. And if you want to know what it means and what it feels like to be able to live your life with giving positive feedback, positive compliments, and also receiving feedback, positive feedback, and receiving positive compliments, say yes. When you want to awaken this emotion of self appreciation, self love, unconditional love towards yourself, try to be in it and see what does it mean? What does it feel like? What kind of decisions would I make? What kind of choices would I make different, a better way, in a higher way, in a lighter way, when I fully accept this idea of self appreciation? What kind of thoughts would you have? What kind of emotions would you allow to be in yourself when you come from self love? Do you feel better? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel more complete? Anything that comes up with self love and feeling lighter and feeling self aware that doesn't serve you, would you like to destroy it and create it? That's a gazillion right along with that on top of that sure is supposed to be that. Flow with the energy. Energy and the creator and the universe is all about flowing. It's all about being in the flow, being in the acceptance. How good does it get like that? Are you able to let go of any pains, any feelings that don't serve you, anything that doesn't serve you when you are fully accepting and loving yourself? Is it worth having emotional breakdowns? Is it worth having emotional collapses? What's better? What's more important to you? Yourself or to make others believe something about you? What will make you happy in the long term? What's true for you? If you want to know what it means and what it feels like to be able to identify and know what's true and what's better for you particularly, say yes. We always want to remember truth and illusion are always next to each other. That's how this physical reality operates. The world of illusion is covering up the truth. So to get to the truth of things, it takes a little bit more effort. What in Kabbalah we call restriction or pause, where you need to take a little bit of a breath before you fully accept something or fully decide on something. Let's see, is this what the Creator wants from me? Is this what the universe wants from me? Is this what I actually want for myself? Having the ability to ask the question is completely priceless. And ask yourself, how does it get any better? What else is possible? And remembering that all of life comes to you with ease. Want to plant all these positive seeds into the upcoming month. The new moon will start on this Friday night, Friday afternoon. That's when the moon will go into a new astrological sign of Leo. This beautiful energy is just going to start flowing into our reality. So then we make sure that we're able to handle it, to welcome it, to allow it, to remove anything and everything that might be preventing us from receiving all of that energy. And connect to the magic of life. How magical can we be? How much more magic can we experience? How many more miracles we can experience? How many miracles can we allow to happen in our life? Be able to be in the allowance of miracles, an allowance of magic. And for the whole month, you want to feel like you are the rock star that you are in your life. What does it mean to be a rock star of your life, the star of your life? So let's also send this unconditional love to the whole world. Whenever we meditate, whenever one person meditates, it affects quantumly all of reality. When a group of people do, it affects and brings miracles beyond our belief. And whenever you're ready, rinse yourself in light, fill yourself up with more light again, and you can open your eyes. Awesome. Julia, I can't hear you.
I forgot. I did not want to come out of there.
Yeah, me too.
Beautiful.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're watching us on the replay, you're part of this consciousness of this energy that is being created, as well as anybody who is watching it live. Please share it with anybody who you think might love it, benefit from it, find it interesting. Share. That's the gift of Leo. Have a beautiful next 2 weeks, everybody, and we will see you for the new moon, for the full moon now of Leo next time. We will post when we're going live, and if you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel so that you get an alert. And just love yourself unconditionally. Give it to yourself. You deserve it. Thank you, Michael, and thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Week and month.
Yes.